Hey y'all, we're about to make some supper. I'm just gonna do some things in my Typer Sync air fryer. So I'm gonna take my Conecuh sausage and cut it up into like little rounds, little bite-sized pieces. Now I'm gonna put them into a big bowl because we're gonna put some other stuff in there too. I'm gonna cut my chicken up into bite-sized pieces. And now I'm gonna do a Vidalia onion. I'm gonna cut it in half and then I'm gonna cut it in half again and then set it like that and just slice little strips like this. I just don't wanna cube them up too tiny for what I'm doing. And you're gonna take and break them apart when you put them in there. What y'all having for supper? And then I'm gonna do 3 jalapenos. So you're just gonna cut the heads off of them. Put them down the center. And I'm not really doing these for heat, so I might leave a seed or 2 in there, but I'm gonna scoop most of it out. And did y'all know that it's not really the seeds that's hot, it's that white part, this right here. I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna scoop it out. I'll do one right here. I was doing it into the trash, but I'll do one right here so y'all can see what I'm doing. But I just take my spoon and scoop it out like that. Everybody's always like, how do you do that without gloves on? They say it burns their hands. My hands have never burned from handling jalapenos. Now wash your hands when you get done, because if you put your hands in your face or your eyes or something, that would burn. But it don't just burn my skin. So I'm gonna cut these into probably like big chunks too. I went and washed my hands before I realized I had not finished handling these. So I'll go wash them again in a minute. Okay, I'm gonna need my knife again in a minute, so I went ahead and washed it too. So now that you got your sausage, your chicken, your onions, and your jalapenos, which by the way, people who like bell peppers, I just don't, but people who like bell peppers, if you don't like spice, or even if you do, you can leave the jalapenos in, but just add bell peppers. This dish would be so good with bell peppers for the ones who like bell peppers, but I don't. I'm gonna season it with some Tony's Creole. Real good. And I'm gonna put some olive oil on it. A good bit, probably a good tablespoon. And then just get in there with your clean hands and make sure some of that Tony's is all over everything, especially the chicken. Ooh, it's gonna be good. Now that's not gonna take too long to cook, so I'm gonna let it sit over there and think about how good it's gonna be while I get my squash ready. I almost let this squash sit in the refrigerator too long. It's a little soft feeling. But I'm gonna use it in making squash patties. Some of y'all have already seen me do this. Lots of people have put suggestions in the comments too, like add some shredded cheese and that you don't have to slice and boil the squash. You can just shred it up and make the squash patty without it even being cooked. But this is my mama's recipe and I'm gonna do it like she said so. Start by washing and then slicing your squash. Oh. And I'm gonna do that with all 3 of them. You can use 2 or 3, however many you want. This is gonna make a good bit, but I needed to use these because these have been sitting in the refrigerator too long. Well, if I can slice it right. It don't matter. They don't have to be perfect because you're just boiling them and then mushing them. I might not even use that one. That one's awfully soft. And for the squash patties, instead of using my last little Vidalia onion sitting there, I'm just going to use a yellow onion. I love a Vidalia onion. Sometimes I can't find them in the store. It don't have to be perfect either. It's just going to get boiled with this squash. Get you a big pot to boil it in. Now I'm gonna put water in this and boil it until it is real soft. Now I brought y'all over here because I want you to see what I'm doing. You need to boil those until they're very soft. And then you're gonna wanna get as much moisture out of them as you possibly can. So what I like to do is scoot it all to one side and kind of lift it and squeeze with my spoon. See all that water? I don't know if y'all can tell, but there's a lot of water going out the other side of that strainer. And once you got all the liquids you can get out of it, then you just put it in a bowl. And once you get it in the bowl, you're gonna put 1 egg in it. Normally I just do salt and pepper, but I had the Tony's out and I know that'll be good on it, so I'm gonna put some Tony's. This time I'm gonna use yellow cornmeal mix instead of my white that I usually use. I think the yellow will be good in this. Now you do use enough cornmeal till it gets to the consistency that you're looking for, so just add a little bit and stir it and I'll show you. And you're kind of mushing it together too while you're stirring. That squash just needs to fall apart. And put a thin layer of grease in your cast iron skillet and heat it up to medium heat. I put mine on 6. That's good. So I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this is like the consistency. You just need it to be thick enough to like drop them in the hot grease. Let's get our vegetables and meat on. I'm going to use my Taifer sink oven for this. And we're going to put it on air fry. I just poured all my meat and vegetables in there. It's not as flat of a layer as I'd wanted, but it's not too far down. I just realized my dome would have been a little better for this particular meal since I had more than I expected. Okay, I think my grease is ready. This might give you a better look at the consistency you're looking for on the squash patties. Take about a tablespoon or a heaping tablespoon. Just drop it in that grease. I kind of want to flatten it out a little bit, but make sure it's together. You'll start seeing them getting brown like that around the edges, and that's when you're going to want to flip them. I just use a fork so I don't splatter. Oh, that one's falling apart. I'm going to go and take it apart. We'll have a little squash bites on that one. Let them others cook a little bit longer. What do they say? The first pancake's always the bad one or something like that? I don't worry about where these little pieces are going. That's a secret. You're going to want to get you a wire rack. And I just put a paper towel under mine. Put them on your rack. And we're going to drop in some more. Now y'all sprinkle these with a little salt when they come out. These have been going for several minutes, so I'm just checking on them. It's looking good, but definitely not done. I'm going to, especially since it's not a real thin layer, I'm going to shake it up. Get them moving around in there. Put it back on, but I'm going to up the time a little bit too. These are about ready to flip. This is ready now too, so we are ready to eat. Look at that. Okay, let's try the squash patty. Y'all hear Sophie tippy tapping back there behind me? That's what the inside of it looks like. It's still hot. It tastes like fried cornbread, but with squash in it. And onions, of course. Of course, I like to put onions in my fried cornbread. But the squash, because it's got so much moisture, keeps it from tasting like dry, like sometimes fried cornbread can. That's the only way I've ever really ate squash and liked it. Let's get us a bite of this and see how it is. I got me a jalapeno and some onions and some coneca. Oh, it's so chicken. That's just what I wanted. The jalapenos and onions flavor that chicken. So good. Yeah, we're about to dig in. Caden, supper's ready. I love you. Stay classy. One of our little friends on here wanted to tell you something.
Stay classy.